Hey, Blazer Tales. Oh, I got such a good one for you today. This one just has my heart. Oh my goodness. This is Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper. This book is amazing. I love it because I've been in education for over 20 years. This is about a little girl who has cerebral palsy. And so I have worked with special needs kids for so many years in my career. And this one, oh my gosh, this one has my heart. Melody was born with cerebral palsy, and her parents realized that something wasn't right when she couldn't sit up. She couldn't hold like stuffed animals. She couldn't hold anything. They knew something was wrong. Melody is in a wheelchair. She cannot do anything for herself. She can't walk. She can't dress herself. She can't go to the bathroom. She can't feed herself. She can't do anything. And she it just sits there. But Melody is smarter than anybody I know. She has a photographic memory. She watches TV. She's read to. She absorbs everything and is so smart. The problem is she can't vocalize it. She can't tell anybody what she knows. And that has to be the most frustrating thing in the world. Like, for example, one of her favorite songs is Elvira by the Oak Ridge Boys. It comes on the radio. She gets excited. She listens to it. It goes off. She wants to hear it again. But when she tries to get her mom to say, "Hey, I want to listen to that again," her mom doesn't understand, and it frustrates her. And then she gets these things called tornado explosions. She can't control them. It's just frustration, and she starts kicking and flailing and screeching, and she can't control it. But she's just so frustrated because nobody can understand her. She has, and her parents are great. Her parents support her 100%. They know she's smart. They know this, but it's just she can't vocalize it to anybody. She has a next door neighbor named Miss V. Miss V is one of the most amazing people I've ever met. She was never afraid of Melody like some people were as a baby or as she was growing up. Miss V knows she's smart. She has flashcards for her and she's teaching her all this stuff. Miss V was a nurse in I think it was like the pediatric unit and the burn unit. So she's worked with kids her whole life. She is incredible and teaches Melody so much. When Melody gets in fifth grade, well, as she grows up, like I think it was second grade, her teacher realized that Melody loved books. So she got her books and she didn't get her like baby books. She got her like chapter books to listen to, and Melody absorbed it all. But then when the third grade teacher came, she threw those books to the side and started doing, this is the letter A, this is the letter B. Melody knows that. She's extremely smart. Here comes a tornado explosion because she's so frustrated in her classroom. But when fifth grade gets there, she has an amazing teacher. Her mom fights for her and gets her an aide. Her aide is, I think, Catherine. I wrote it down. Catherine. Catherine is amazing. Catherine works with her. She realizes how smart she is. In fifth grade, Melody also gets an electric wheelchair, and so she can start going around and she starts going out of her special needs classroom and into what you quote a regular classroom. There are some great kids in there that really like her. There are some bullies. Oh, who are the names? I wrote them down. Molly and Claire. Oh, if I can get my hands around them, they're next. But anyway, Molly and Claire are bullies, but she has a friend named Rose, and Rose takes up for her. And then she gets a teacher named Mr. Deming. He is a history teacher, and he doesn't realize how smart Melody is either. And Catherine finds this thing called a Medi Talker, and it's where Melody can vocalize through a board what she wants to say. It changes her entire life. It really does. And people start realizing how smart she is. And Mr. Deming is the head of the thing called the Whiz Kid competition. It's basically a competition, kind of like trivia questions, math questions, science questions, like all kind of questions. And he has a team that he takes every year, like to regional. And then from regional, you can go to nationals. He's never been to nationals before, and he's always wanted to go. Melody wants to try out for this team, and nobody thinks she can do it except for Catherine, her teacher, Miss V, her parents. Nobody at the school thinks she can do it. I'm not going to tell you what happens when Melody tries out for the Whiz Kid team, but holy cow, it is absolutely amazing what happens. This book is so incredible. Do not miss out of my mind. Every teacher in a school for older kids needs to read this to their kids so they can get empathy for these other kids who sometimes cannot stand up for themselves. Every single teacher needs to read this to their classroom. So, Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper, do not miss it. I'll see you in the next video, guys.